and I can share that with you later if you all wanted the report. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking that. It's right now, and in order to to make this possible, AWS Academy have what we call a kind of free, ready-to-teach curriculum for cloud computing. And this curriculum, it has 4 important components. The first component is all the courses, all the AWS Academy courses are developed and maintained by AWS. This is done for institutions to keep pace with industry development. You don't have to worry about, oh, what are the technology or services that AWS is using for storage system now? Or what are the new advancements in compute services or technology in AWS? You don't have to worry about that because AWS Academy will ensure that our courses or our curriculum is up to date with the recent services and technology. That's the first component of the goal of the AWS Academy. The second one is the AWS Academy curriculum is designed to be integrated into accredited degrees, diplomas, and professional education. Therefore, the curriculum is designed such a way that it could be consumed over a long period of time, whether in smaller or in combination of hands-on and theoretical approach. That's the second component. The third component is the AWS Academy courses or curriculum is designed with alignment with AWS certifications. Even though the earning of AWS certification is not mandatory, the course content does open doors for students who would like or for programs who encourage students to pursue certifications. That's the third component, alignment with AWS certification. And finally, which I would say most importantly, is the AWS Academy courses prepare students for job readiness. And whether they try to just have the content alone without pursuing the certification, or they pursue certification, which obviously will validate their evidence for employment readiness. The content of AWS Academy courses prepare students for job readiness. And as we move closer to talk about the content of our courses, you will understand with me how and what are the components of our courses that make it suitable for students to be ready for jobs. These are the 4 important components of the AWS Academy goals, or what we are using to close the cloud skills gap. Thank you, Tanya, for giving me this slide. The school you see on these slides are just to show some examples of the AWS Academy members globally. AWS Academy has over 6,000 member institutions around the world. On the left-hand side of this slide, these are some of the examples of member institutions in the MEA region, that is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. You have what's it called, the London School of Economics and Political Science, that's in England. And in North America or South America, where we are, you see Arizona State University, Louisiana State University, and so on. If your school is not among the example here, please, I apologize. These are just some examples. We can't put all the members' institution on this slide. We just pick some at random. Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah, and on the right-hand side of this slide, you have example of school from the Asia Pacific region. Therefore, like Tanya just said in the chart, the academic program has a global reach, irrespective of which part of the world you are. so far you are an educational institution, I'm sure Tanya will agree with me that you are qualified to become a member. All that you need to do, or all that the school needs to do, just to apply. Just to apply. Now, I just want us to perhaps show us why teaching our students cloud skills knowledge is very important before I try to, give us the high-level overview of the AWS Academy program. Now, these are some of the benefits of the AWS Academy program. To the educational institution, the benefit is what I've explained earlier. You have access to ready-to-teach curriculum, which has been developed and continuously maintained by AWS, so that you don't have to worry about teaching technology that's no longer in use, or worrying about how to update the screenshot of the AWS console services. AWS Academy does all that for you as an institution. The second benefit is you as an educator, you have access to complementary training like this. We run this kind of training, we'll run other technical deep dive sessions on various AWS services, which I invite you all to from time to time, so that you'll be familiar with the content and you'll be familiar with the services, so that if you need to teach your students, you don't have to prepare most times on your own. Complementary professional sessions, webinar like this for educators, that's one of the benefits. To your students and to even you as educators, you have the opportunity to learn up-to-date skills. Your students learn up-to-date skills on cloud technology with learning content that are developed and maintained by AWS, which prepare your students for in-demand cloud skill jobs. Apart from that, for example, if you as educator want to get certified, obtaining AWS certifications, we also provide you with complimentary question sets or resources that you can use to access free practice questions, and also give you access to what we call discounted vouchers. And on this slide, you will see AWS certification that you can request for free vouchers for: Cloud Practitioner, AWS Solution Architect Associate, Developer Associate, and System Ops Administrator Associate. These are just 4 of the examples. Even Data Engineer certification too, you can apply for a 50% discounted voucher for your exams. And AWS Academy too have a different process for your student to get discounted voucher for their certifications as well. Even though as educators, we no longer require you to have to obtain AWS certification before you can teach our content. Your schools or your various programs might require you to do that, and that is why we still have these benefits available to you. Request for 50% voucher for any of these certifications I just mentioned. And finally, for you and your students, we have what we call course completion badges that you can get, or they can get, after completing various AWS academic courses and you meet the badge criteria. After you complete a course, you complete all the graded activity that are required to obtain a badge for that course, and you score 70% and above most times, you and your student will get badges for those courses. And these badges as well, they can share on their various social media, such as LinkedIn, to show to potential employers that they have received necessary knowledge as a professional, or to validate their expertise in different areas of the AWS cloud. And these are some of the examples of the badges. For educators, we have badges to celebrate your achievements and your status as AWS Academy accredited educator. For example, on the left-hand side of this slide, you see AWS Academy, this blue badge, educator badge. For most of you that are here today, you should have this badge already, because this badge is issued to you after you complete the onboarding process. That is, after you completed the Getting Started with AWS Academy course and you score 80 points or more in that course, you will immediately receive the AWS Academy Educator badge, this blue one. And for you to retain the badge, you must teach at least one AWS Academy class in a 18-month period with 5 students or more. You get the badge. Immediately you complete the Getting Started. For you to retain the badge, you must at least teach one AWS Academy course within the period of 18 months that has 5 students or more. Because if you have the badge in the beginning, after 18 months, you don't teach a class, or you teach a class that only have 3 or 2 students, you won't be able to renew your badge. Yeah, that's the first kind of badge. The second one that has AWS Academy Certified Educator. For an AWS Academy educator who also have at least one AWS certification, you are an educator and you have at least one AWS certification. It doesn't matter which type. You can have cloud practitioner, you can have solution architect. After you obtain the certification, you send me an email, or you send AWS Academy an email with the details of that badge, and we put it in the system. Between 1 month from that date that we put the details in the system, you should receive this certified educator badge. Should receive this certified educator badge. Where can you find the badge? If you have received any badge, Credly will send you an email that tells you AWS Training and Certification has issued you a badge, and there will be a link in that email where you can click to accept the badge. You must have received an email. For any badge that you get through AWS Academy, you will receive an email with the details of the badge, and you can click on the link in that email or follow the instruction to accept the badge. Sidra, I hope that answers your question. And if you, yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, and on the right hand side here, these are the various types of badges you can get, or your learners or your student can get after completing any AWS Academy courses. You can see there are 2 categories. The badges with black edges are the one for various AWS Academy foundational courses. You can see the Cloud Foundations, Introduction to Cloud Semester 1, and so on. And those badges with blue edges are the one for associate level courses. And any course that you complete or your student completes, they complete the class, they meet the badging criteria. At the end of the class where they complete, they will receive automatically the course completion badge. That is, they will have to click on the Claim the Badge module. And after that, when the class ends, they will automatically receive the badge in their email. That is the same email that you use to enroll them in the course. They are going to check their Gmail or email that they use on their personal level. They will not receive it. They will not see it there, rather. They will see it in the same email that you use to enroll them in the course. Even if it's the Gmail that you use, that's fine. You know, these badges are not for students alone. Educators who complete any of these courses too, and you meet the badging criteria, you get the badge as well. All right. Apart from the AWS Academy courses like Cloud Foundation that are content-based, that have content, learning material that the student will have to go through and all that, we also have a different type of course that we call the AWS Academy Learner Labs. These Learner Labs, you can call it a sandbox environment. It does not have learning content like other courses. It's a sandbox environment where you as professors, as educators, you create your own assignments and you create the course, you invite your student into it so that they can use the project or assignment you have created to complete, you use the lab to complete the project using various AWS services. In that Learner Lab course or in the Learner Lab course, they have access to more than 100 AWS services. And it's a class on its own as well. You have to create a class based on Learner Lab, the way you create other courses such as Cloud Foundation, Cloud Architecting, Cloud Developing. And you have to invite students into the class so that they can have access to the resources in there, that is the AWS services. Invite them using their email. And like I said, it's a bring your assignment kind of environment. There are no learning contents. Although we have various AWS documentations or AWS Academy labs resources that you can follow or use to develop your own assignment or to create your own assignments, but there are no assignment or learning material in the AWS Academy Learner Labs. From your own console of the class, you can check your student workspaces. That is, if you give them a lab to do and they told you they have done it, they completed it, you can actually check what they have done in your various student environment without having to ask them to send you screenshots of what they've done. You can go to student A work environment, see, okay, oh, they've created the EC2 as expected. Oh, it has the VPC, it has 3 subnets, a public subnet, a private subnet, and so on. You have access to all their environment. And you can also check their, what we call activity analytics. Okay, I want to see how much they have left, or the summary of how they spend their budget on various AWS services. You can check that. You need to be able to do all this because at some point your student might face some issues that being able to check their work environment or workspace, check the activity analytics will give you an idea of what the issue is or how to resolve them. A Learner Lab is one of the AWS Academy courses. Also, apart from the courses, we have a lot of platforms that you can use together to receive different resources or to, share your ideas or ask questions from your colleagues, your educators' colleagues globally. Remember that I mentioned earlier, AWS Academy is a global program. Yeah. And one of those platforms that you can use is what we call the AWS Academy forums. For you to be invited to this session today, you have access to academic forums. You might have not checked it before, but you have the necessary permissions to access the forums. You can access the forums through the portal. You access the Canvas LMS also through your academic portal. You also have a tab in the AWS Academy portal that leads you to the forums. And I will show you all this today during our demo section. Now, that's what the forums for. Just like any other forums platform, you can share ideas, you can network with other educators by joining various groups in the forums. You can find answers to your questions. Let's say you want to teach a class for the first time and you are planning to give a certain assignment or project to your students. You can share your idea with other educators to get, first-hand feedback. Or maybe you want to do something, you don't know how to get started. You can ask questions from educators globally through the platforms to get answers, to get ideas. You can also showcase your own work. We have had educators in the past who will show how they are teaching or the kind of labs they are giving to their students using the Learner Lab environment. You can use the platform to showcase your environment. And finally, AWS Academy Forums also is a place or a community where you can learn about relevant job opportunity for your students and even for yourself. And apart from the forums as well, we have the AWS Educate that has what we call a job board, where all students of AWS Academy could sign up to see job opportunity or internship opportunities as well. This is one of the resources that we have for you that you can use to teach, make teaching the AWS Academy curriculum easy for you. And apart from sharing idea on academic forums, you could go there to ask questions. The Academy employees, me, Tanya, my other tech trainer colleagues globally, all have access to the forums, and we go there from time to time every day to answer your questions, because some educators find it easier to ask their questions on forum rather than emailing or creating a SIM ticket to customer support. That might be one of the ways. You want to get something done, you don't know how to get, you don't remember how to do it, or you don't know whether it is possible, you can go to the forums to ask your questions and we will answer them accordingly. And now we have the AWS Academy curriculum. We talked about the component of the AWS Academy earlier. Now, these are the 4 components of the AWS Academy curriculum. That is, each AWS Academy courses features a combination of learning modalities. And every of our courses can have combination of all of these 4 components. The first one is AWS Academy courses as learning materials, which are arranged into learning modules. The learning material will be, explaining technical concept, whether through the video, you've seen some employee of AWS explaining those concepts through the video, or through digital lectures such as PDF or what we call instructor's guide or student guides. That is how the learning lecture modules are arranged into videos, labs, into PDF such as student guides. That's the first component. The second component is the hands-on lab. The AWS Academy courses go beyond just the theory, or this service can do this, it can do that, watching videos to see how various AWS people are explaining the concept. It has this practical pathway, which are achieved through the hands-on lab. We have 3 types of labs. We have what we call the guided labs. You will see the labs you see in foundational courses such as Academic Cloud Foundations course are guided labs that provide step-by-step instructions on how to do a particular thing, or how to write a program, or how to build a resource in the AWS cloud, because we believe that the students that are coming to your Cloud Foundations course might not know a lot about AWS cloud, to ask them, difficult things that they would not be able to do on their own. But in associate level courses such as cloud architecting, we have 2 combinations of labs: guided labs, step by step, and challenge labs. Challenge lab are those labs that do not have step by step instructions. But we expect the way those labs are created is that we expect after your students have gone through the learning content in each of the modules, they should be able to complete the challenge labs. And the third type of lab is the learner lab that I mentioned earlier, which does not have content. It's a sandbox environment where you have to create your own assignment and create learner lab course for students to complete using the AWS services. The third component of the AWS Academy curriculum is knowledge checks. Almost every module of the AWS Academy courses has a knowledge check. And the knowledge check, as you will imagine, is just simple questions that are based on the content your students have learned, whether by watching the video or by going through the student guides, to test whether they really understand those concepts, like quizzes. And these quizzes, they follow the pattern of the AWS certification exams. That is, those questions are multiple choices or multiple answers. You can see some true or false questions there as well, but many of them are multiple choices or multiple answers questions. And also, finally, we have some of our courses especially the associate level courses such as cloud architecting or cloud operations that have what we call capstone projects. Those are kind of projects that are created using live-based scenarios. Are created based on a physicians company that want to build an AWS solution, and the lab will be developed based on that. And most times, all these capstone projects do not have step-by-step instructions. The goal of such projects is that if students have really been diligent enough to go through all the modules in the course, they will be able to complete the capstone project. And if they need assistance from you, the solutions of those projects are available to the educator through the files menu or file tab of the course. You can use the instructions or the solution to guide them. But on a very the understanding is, if the student really understand the content they've gone through from the first module to the last module of that course, they will be able to reasonably complete the project, the capstone project. These are the 4 components that you will see, whether all the 4 of them or at least two of them in each of the AWS Academy courses. And before we look into AWS Academy courses example from foundational level to associate level, we have a newly introduced course that was introduced, I think, late last year, which we call it a pre-introduction course. That is, depending on the knowledge level of your students, of your student population, you could introduce them or let them go through this course first before you introduce them to the cloud foundations courses. And the name of this course is called Explore Solution with the Cloud. It's just an approximately 10 hours of content. Depending on the knowledge level or the understanding of your student when it comes to IT and cloud computing, some student population might spend less than 10 hours to complete the content, and some student population might spend more, but approximately 10 hours content. And the content is developed, or this course is developed for high school students. High school students that perhaps are in junior year in high school or senior year, they are learning about cloud computing. This could be for them, specifically for them. Or if you are teaching in a 2-year college and you are teaching your students a year 1 student, they are coming in for the first time, you don't know their knowledge level about cloud computing, you could make them learn from this course first before you now take them or introduce them to the cloud foundations. And the beauty of this course is about 4 modules. All the modules are not sequential. That is, you can do module 2 and not do module 1 and module 3 and module 4. Because they are independent. Each module are independent of one another, or the rest of the modules. And the course provides overview on how to use cloud computing to solve business problems. And the business problem used in this course comes from hospitality, career path, sport management, healthcare, and environmental conversation. And that's why I said they are not sequential. Different career path or different discipline or different industries. And the problems that are solved or the labs there from different areas to see how different AWS cloud technologies are used by professionals to solve different problems. And finally, like I mentioned before, is an high-level introduction to AWS services. Details of how to use EC2, you can't find it in this course. Details of how to create an S3 bucket, you can't find it in this course. That's why I said it's an high-level introduction to AWS services. However, you can look at the content of the course. You all have access to it, or you should all have access to it because you have completed the onboarding process. And after completing the onboarding process, you should all have access to all the copies of the AWS Academy courses through your Canvas LMS dashboard. That's the introductory or pre-introduction or foundational course that we have. It's called AWS Academy Explore Solution with the Cloud. And this is these are examples of the AWS Academy courses, or what we call curriculum. We have courses that teach your students, or that teach you the foundations of the AWS cloud, or foundational AWS cloud concepts. And under this foundational course, we have 3 courses. We have whether we call it Cloud Foundation, AWS Academy Cloud Foundations. And we have 2 other courses, AWS Academy Introduction to Cloud Semester 1, Introduction to Cloud Semester 2. Depending on the knowledge level of your student determines whether you should follow the Introduction to Semester 1 and 2, or you should take them directly to Cloud Foundations course. And we have an architecting course. We call it ACA, Academic Cloud Architecting. And the cloud architecting is an associate level course, which actually is aligned with the AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate exams. You know, I will say more what each of these courses teach in the next slide. We have the developing course. The AWS Academy Cloud Developing teaches students about different AWS services and technology that can be used to develop applications. The key word is that can be used to develop applications. Students are not taught how to code or how to write program in various programming languages in this course. No, they only learn, okay, how they can use AWS SDK to write applications or program in AWS Lambda, for example, or how to use AWS SDK to write Python code from within Cloud9 or AWS Cloud9. Those are the things they learn, the technology, how to use the technologies to develop applications, not how to code. And we have machine learning courses as well. We have a machine learning foundations course. We also have an associate level course called machine learning for natural language processing. You know, if you are a machine learning educator, you might find those courses interesting. You can check the course content in the AWS Academy portal, which I will show you how to get there later. We also have operations, AWS Academy Cloud Operations, which is aligned with the AWS Certified SysOps Administrator certification. Our cloud operations is also an associate level course. We also have data engineering. You know, you all agree with me, data engineering, even not necessarily in the cloud, has become a very popular discipline in the recent times. And that's what actually gave birth to this course. These are some of the example of courses. And this next slide here gives us a summary of each of these courses. Not all of them, but majority of them. You know, I mentioned earlier, we have Introduction to Cloud courses, semester 1 and 2. You can see semester 1 and 2. Okay, man, thank you for the ETSOL. Thank you. The AWS Academy Introduction to Cloud semester 1 and 2, it teaches students or it explores the various cloud computing technology and concepts with the students. And each of the courses is estimated to be delivered within 60 hours of delivery if you are using synchronous modality. Yeah, it's estimated. Like I've been saying, it depends on the population, your student population, that determines whether it's 60 or it can be more or even lesser, depending. The AWS Academy Cloud Foundation teaches students the general understanding of the AWS cloud. That is a little bit more summarized compared to the exploration in the introduction to cloud semester 1 and 2. The cloud foundations is estimated to be delivered within 20 hours. The AWS architecting, as the name implies, is for students who perhaps you are training them to become either cloud architect or what we call solution architect in AWS. And it teaches the student the fundamentals or the technology that they can use to build different IT infrastructure on AWS cloud. And the latest version of this course, which is the version 3, is estimated to be completed between 55 to 60 hours of instruction if you are using a synchronous modality, 55 to 60, but that can change. It can be lesser, it can be more, depending. We have the developing, like I mentioned before, the academic cloud developing course teaches students different technologies, different tools, different services that are available in AWS cloud and how to use them to develop applications. It does not teach students how to code in a programming language, no. And even the AWS Certified Cloud Developer Associate certification also does not teach or does not ask or test student knowledge how to code. It only tests student knowledge on how to use various AWS services to achieve different areas of application development. The ACD, or the Academic Cloud Developing course, teaches students how to use AWS Identity and Access Management Service, also known as AWS IAM, to secure the application. It teaches students how to use, let's say, Amazon DynamoDB to develop a flexible application, for example. Shows students or teaches students how to use or how to develop applications using different programming languages from within AWS Lambda. Those are the things that the student will learn from within the AWS Academy Cloud Developing. And the AWS Academy Cloud Operations is also estimated for 40 hours of instructions. And it teaches students how they can automate infrastructure and system using various AWS services, such as AWS System Managers. Yeah, AWS System Managers, AWS Secret Manager, things like that. The data engineering course, which is also another associate level course, it teaches students tools, concept, data pipeline, and data engineering concepts and strategies that they can use to develop data pipeline in the cloud or build data pipelines in the cloud. And like I've explained, the machine learning foundations and machine learning for natural language processing courses teaches students the fundamental of machine learning and AI in AWS cloud and various natural language processing ecosystem in the AWS cloud respectively. Those are two courses, foundations and natural language processing. And these two courses too, recently we have incorporated additional modules into cloud foundations on GenAI. We have also introduced additional modules into machine learning for natural language processing on GenAI as well. Because currently, AWS Academy does not have a GenAI specific course. And the resources we currently have on GenAI and labs have been integrated into those two courses. Machine learning foundations and machine learning for natural language processing courses. You can check those courses out, especially the last module or the last two modules of those courses have things on GenAI. These are just a summary. For more information or for more detailed information about each of these courses, you can check the resources tab of the AWS Academy portal for the course outline that have detailed information about each of these courses. I will show that to you as well during our demonstration today. And the next thing here is I want to show you, let's say you want to teach, or you are teaching your students using AWS Academy curriculum to teach your students, to align them with various certification of the AWS, that is AWS Academy course and AWS certification mapping. This is how to go. If you want to prepare your student for AWS Cloud Practitioner certification, they have to take the AWS Academy Cloud Foundations course. And the text on this slide is just telling us what cloud practitioner is meant for. It's just to validate the general understanding of the earner, the person that earns the certification, their general understanding of the AWS cloud technologies and services. That is, if you want to prepare students for cloud practitioner, our Cloud Foundations course prepared them for the cloud practitioner certification. That's the first one. If you want to prepare students for the AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate, this is the pathway. Everyone is expected to go through the practitioner first. Therefore, they must have taken Cloud Foundations and the cloud practitioner. However, it is not necessary for you to have a cloud practitioner certification before you can sit for Solution Architect Associate. No. But it makes your preparation, even as an educator, it makes your job preparing the student for this certification easier if they already have cloud practitioner certification. Okay, thank you, Belinda. I will call or send you an email. I have your email address. I think that is better to perhaps ask you for question, or you can simply send me question if you have any question and perhaps issues with your labs, like you mentioned in the chat. Thank you. Now, for the solution architect, like I said, students should have taken the Cloud Foundations, passed the Cloud Practitioner exam, and then take the AWS Academy Cloud Architecting course. In addition to resources that we now have some labs, and the lab that is relevant to the Solution Architect exam is this lab that we call Cloud Web Application Builder. This is a lab-based course that is a course on its own, but it's only lab from the beginning to the end. It does not have content. Therefore, for students to be able to do or complete this Cloud Web Application Builder lab on their own, they must have completed the Cloud Architecting course. That is our recommendation, by the way. You are the professors, you know if they will be able to complete the Cloud Web Application Builder. But before you give this course to the students, please check the outline for this lab so that you will know that the students can complete this lab with the knowledge they have, even if they have not completed the Cloud Architecting course. You are the judge there, but our recommendation is that students should have done Cloud Architecting before they take the Cloud Web Application Developer. And this Cloud Web Application Builders course, which is a lab course, together with Cloud Architecting and other additional resources that we are made available in the AWS Architecting course, we believe that your students should be able to pass the Solution Architect Associate exams. That means all other things being equal, and therefore, you can use all those resources that we have made available within the Cloud Architecting, additional resources to prepare your students for the certification. This is the road to Solution Architect exam. And another example of this mapping that I have is for the data engineer, those that want to get certified as the data engineer associate. This is the path. As you can see, This also expects students to have taken the cloud foundation, passed the cloud practitioner. Like I said earlier, it is not a requirement to have cloud practitioner before you can sit for data engineer certification, but it makes your job as an educator easier and even make the job of the candidate or your learner, student easier to be ready for the certification. After taking the practitioner, they take our data engineering course. We also have another lab that is based on data engineering called Cloud Data Pipeline Builder. It's just like the web application builder lab as well, but this one is for data. Take that data. We also recommend that before you give students or your student cloud data pipeline builder to take, ensure that they have taken data engineering and they passed. Passing meaning doing the knowledge check, scoring 17 and more, and all the hands-on lab, they did well, or they, in those courses or in those labs. Also, just like the web application builder lab, the cloud data pipeline builder lab also has answers or the solution for educators in the files tab of the LMS, meaning you can use the instruction in solution to guide or to instruct your student how to go about completing the lab. Therefore, as an educator, you don't have to have done the lab because you have access to the solution. And if you want to know whether the solution works, you can use the solution to try before you give the lab to your students as well. These are just some of the examples of the AWS Academy courses and various with mapping with various AWS certifications. For more detailed mappings, please check the AWS Academy Educator Stage resources that we just launched recently. I will also show that to you how to find these stage resources from within the AWS Academy forum during our demo today. Now, we are getting to the end of this webinar today, and this is what this graphics here shows the journey of an AWS Academy educator. That is you. This is how to start and where our goal that we are taking you to. The first steps in the graphic, as you can see, is what all of you who are here today must have gone through. That is a central point of contact, or what we call institution administrator, must have nominated you as an educator for your various institutions. And after that nomination, you must have completed the onboarding process by completing the Getting Started with AWS Academy course. Because for you to be here today, you must have completed the Getting Started. And like I mentioned earlier, whether you have tried to use the forums before or tried to log into the portal before, you already have access to going into various AWS Academy portals, such as Academy portal itself, the forums, the Canvas LMS. You have access to all of them already. Yeah, that's the first part, which you have completed for you to be here today. The second phase of this journey is to perhaps get ready, as part of the getting ready to teach AWS Academy course process, for you to do what we call self-study of the AWS Academy courses. I mentioned earlier that because you have completed the nomination process and the onboarding process, you already have access to all the copies of the AWS Academy courses. If you go to the AWS Academy portal, you log in, you go to the LMS tab, it will take you to Canvas, and you will see 20 courses on your dashboard, at least. You can use these courses to learn, to study yourself. Let's say you want to teach, for example, the Academic Cloud Foundations course in the fall of 2024. You might want to create time during the summer, or, if you're free, to study the Cloud Foundations course using the educator copy you already have access to. Yeah, self-study. You can also attend optional enablement sessions like this or the ones that we have on various AWS services that will help you prepare for teaching the AWS Cloud Foundations course, for example. The third phase is to obtain AWS certification. As you can see, this phase is optional. Like I mentioned earlier today, that you are no longer required to earn AWS certifications before you can teach AWS Academy courses. However, your school or your program might require you to obtain the certification. That we don't have control over, right? And you can attend certification readiness sessions, which I do as well. I think I did one last week, Friday. I did one 2 weeks ago for cloud practitioner. You can attend those optional sessions as well to know how to prepare for the certification if you want to take it, or to gain more knowledge and resources that you can use as well to train your student or prepare your student for the certification if they will be taking it too later on. And as an educator, I mentioned earlier, as part of your benefit, you want to take a certification that aligns with our curriculum, request for voucher, 50%. For example, if you want to do cloud practitioner, if you request for voucher, cloud practitioner exam is $100. The voucher will give you $50 off. The architecting course or solution architect certification is $150. The request for 50% voucher, take 75%, $75 off, meaning you just have to pay for $75. And perhaps you have some professional development fund too in your various school, and you can use this for certification. That means instead of you having to take $150 towards the certification, you can use just $75. Please, 1 second, please. I'm having internet issue now. I want to check my internet, restart my router for 1 second, please. I'm sorry for that. I had issues and I quickly tried to reconnect to my internet and it works. Thank you. Yeah, let me go back to share the PowerPoint. And you can take the certification, request for the voucher to take advantage of that. And another optional phase to be ready to teach AWS Academy courses is to use our readiness rubric tool. This is optional as well. That readiness rubric tool has some criteria there that you can check to be sure that you are ready for the for teaching the AWS Academy courses. And the goal, which is the last phase here, is for you to be ready to teach. You know, right now you already have access to create a class, to invite students and teach. But you can follow all these additional resources or steps or phases here to be fully ready to teach the class. These are the steps. You know, you can see the only required phase in all these phases that we have explained is the one you have completed to get nominated and to get, you know, complete the getting started course, which is the onboarding process. And from time to time, you can attend this kind of session for you to know what we have available at that time, or to dive deep on various AWS services that perhaps you want to teach. The next thing we have now, before we go to the demo, you have any question, please let's ask. If you have any question, please let's ask, so that we just stop this slide now, go to various AWS portal to get us started. I'm looking at the chat. If you have any question, let's put them in the chat, or as we start the demo, as the question, you remember the question, you can put them in the chat. I'm trying to open my portal already. That's what I'm trying to do while you ask the questions. Okay, if you don't have any question yet, we usually encourage attendees, educators who attend our sessions like these to give us feedback, by completing post-session survey. The link is here, and the web-based session where you are on to, when you end the session, it will also redirect you to the survey so that you can, the link is clickable, the link is clickable, And also the WebEx tool will redirect you, can redirect you to the page directly so that you don't have to even click on this. I will send the deck to all of us at the end of the session so that if you're waiting to get the link, then you'll be able to get it. Thank you. Now I want to stop sharing this. I want to go to the AWS Academy portal to show us. Can you give us a link to different AWS applications? Yeah, I will show you now how to get there. And when I'm sending you the PowerPoint deck for this session, I will also reference those links there. I hope that works, Google. Yeah, I will, as part of my demo now, I will show you how to get to those journey through the forums, and I'll also reference that in those links in my email. This is AWS Academy portal. I hope you all know how to log into your portal. You have the necessary URL to do that. If you do not, I will also perhaps include those links as part of the email I will send to you. This is the portal. If you log in, this is what yours will look like. And all the various AWS Academy courses that we have, if you go to the resources tab here, okay, I think the page is loading. Don't know why it's that slow. Maybe because my internet is having issues. I don't know. I don't know why. The portal that is having problem, or the, sorry for this. I don't know which one is giving me this problem. Yeah, resources. See, if you click on the resources tab, you see all the course outline. Let's assume you want to teach Academic Cloud Foundations course for the first time, and you want to see the course content, the objective, and everything. You can search Foundations here. I will search for Foundations here. You see, it will take you to the AWS Academic Cloud Foundations material, and you see there are in different languages. I'll go for the English one, say open. And if you go here, you see the outline. This outline you can include in your syllabus, for the semester, because it has all the necessary information you would need. Like I mentioned earlier, this is approximately 20 hours if you teach it synchronously. And, the learning objectives and the modules, the learning, the lecture notes or videos, the knowledge check, and the labs, the duration for estimated duration, and the details of each of the modules. You can see that in your resources tab. Let's say you want to teach architecting, for example. All of them are here. I just want to use these two as an example. See, AWS Academy Architecting. And when you scroll down, you will see that the other languages are still in 2.0. They've not been, it's only English that is version 3.0. Other languages, they are still in the process of localizing the version 3. But this is version 3. Because we still have version 2, some educators are still teaching version 2, but if you are creating a new architecting course now, it's version 3 that you will have access to. You see, this one tells you, I mentioned earlier that this is 55 to 60 hours estimation, and it's an intermediate or associate level courses. And if you look at, these are the modules, explanation, and the details, meaning go to the portal, any of the classes you want to teach, look for the outline here, and you will, be able to open it and read to understand what each of the courses contains. For example, if you want to teach data engineering, see, this is the data engineering at the top here, and this is it. See, I told you it's approximately 40 hours. It's also an associate level. And you can scroll down to see the details of the modules, what each of the modules teaches. That is that about the portal. There are other tabs. As you can see from the portal, you can go to the forums. I can't go to the forum here. I will just find another way of going to the forums. That's what I would do. I can't go to the forum myself through this place, but you can go to the forums here and you go to the LMS. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the forums. Let me see if I can go to the forums, and I will show you what the forums look like and how to get the stage resources. See, from your portal, if you click on forums here, this forums tab here, it should take you to this place. This is what the forums look like. And under the groups here, you can join various groups that you like, especially the educators group, the news group, and the North America, United States group or Canada's group. And earlier, someone asked that how can we get these are the groups, various groups, various regions, and you can join to receive news, program update, and things like that. And also, we have events here. If you go to events, you will see this event that you see today. You can sign up for it through the forums as well. For example, for me, this session that we are right now, if I go here, this is the session that we're having. You can sign up for this session through the event calendar as well. You can sign for sessions that interest you in other regions, not necessarily in North America. And also, the stage resources that I mentioned earlier, if you click on this, it will take you to the resources. You see, I'm allowing this to load so that we'll be able to open. Okay, this didn't load properly. Wow, what's happening today? This article here from the educator support resources here. Yeah, you see, when you load this, what I showed you, AWS Academy and AWS certification resources, if you open this one to show you some of those examples, the document to some of those examples. And these documents also are in your Getting Started course. Meaning if you go to your Getting Started course, you have access to all these resources. If you go to Fighter, for example, and you go to educator files, you will see them here, or you go through this place like I did now. I will include the link in my email to you. Yeah. For example, see, I showed you this already, this and this. This is for machine learning. Meaning, if you are preparing your student for machine learning, AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialty, they have to take the Academy Cloud Foundations, take the Academy Machine Learning for Natural Language Processing course before, and use additional resources before they can be ready. This is for data engineer that I showed earlier. This is for cloud security. This is for developer. You see, that is by certification. Let's say you want to see, you want to be teaching your student by role. If you click on this, it will take you to the path, different resources. You see, you're preparing for your student to be cloud practitioner. These are the resources that we have available. We also have links to additional resources here. You're preparing your student to be, career solution architect or cloud architect. These are resources. Data engineer, machine learning and AI, and so on. And if you go here as well, you have what we call AWS course catalog, the visual guide. All our courses, this is the visual representation. You see, those things I showed you in the slide earlier, this is the comprehensive catalog. the cloud foundation, solution architect, machine learning, and so on. These, what we call these stage resources, I will include this link in my email to you so that you'll be able to reference the link later anytime, so that you don't have to worry, oh, I didn't get how it got to these resources earlier. I will link this article in your email, in the email I will send to you. Just ensure that you are in Academy Forum before you try to access it. And I will put that in the email as well. That is for the forums. You can do a lot of things in the forums, get access to sessions, any session in different regions. Also have access to educator stage resources. You can also join various groups as well to join, receive notification about updates about the program and so on. Another thing I want to show you is how to get to the Academy portal. Sorry, the Canvas elements. Earlier I said from your portal here, you see the elements here. This elements tab here, if you click on it, it should take you to the AWS Academy Canvas elements page. And if you click on your dashboard, you will see if you have completed the Getting Started course, you should also have at least 20 courses here. These are the educators' copies of all the AWS Academy courses, which you can use to pace yourself to study for teaching these classes. You see, the Explore, this is the AWS Academy Explore solution with the cloud that I showed you earlier. If you go to the modules here, you will see those modules. You see, I said they are different. See, Cancer Hunters in the cloud, Cloud Rescue, exploring exoplanets using Python, different area, sport data analytics. That's why I said the modules are not sequential. If it's sport data analytics that you want, you can just do it and leave the other modules. Like I said, it's high-level introduction to the AWS services. And if you want to teach the Cloud Foundations, see, I have Cloud Foundations course here. Just click on it and go to the modules. You have access to the modules because you are enrolled in these courses as students. You can use it as if you're a student, and when you think you are ready, or use them as if you're a student, and when you think you are ready, you can create a course for your own students. You can see this Cloud Foundation has 10 modules. Apart from the 10 module, there is course assessment, which you have to score 70 or more for you to get the badge. And these are additional resources. You see, other resources that you can use with your students to prepare for the cloud practitioner exam. And finally, after finishing everything here, you have to click on this link here to claim the badge. And that's the same way your student will claim the badge too. That's the portal. And also the last thing I want to show you that if you have any question, okay, it says confidential, can it be shared in the syllabus? You may not necessarily share it, Dr. Yogesh. You can just, you can grab the part you want to grab to include in your syllabus, but you can reuse it. You just cannot share it because it says confidential, but you can reuse it, reproduce it. We just put those words there, yeah. Do you offer any weekend live AWS Cloud Foundations class for professor free? No, we don't. We don't. The sessions that we have are webinars like this. We do that from time to time, and if you'll not be tired of me, I invite almost all the educators in the North American region to all my sessions. Just that those that have the time or that find the session interesting that register and show up. Yeah, that's why I'm showing you how to get all this material, Hugo. To look at the content, to separate and study using all these to be able to be ready and be sure that you really like and ready to teach. Yeah. we encourage you to be sure you understand the material before you teach. That's our encouragement. That's our recommendation, rather. Yeah. Yeah. The last thing I want to show you is a copy of the AWS Academy Learner Lab. You know, I mentioned that we have 3 types of lab earlier. The guided lab and the challenge lab are part of all these courses. For example, if I show you the architecting course, for example, here, before I go to learner lab, so that I want to show you the 2 types of labs that we have first. What am I doing? Yeah, if I go to module here, because architecting course has 2 types of labs. You see, if I go to module 3, you see guided lab, hosting a static website. You see module 3 challenge lab. If you look at this guided lab here, it will have step-by-step instructions. Whereas the challenge lab, some of the activities there do not have step-by-step instructions. But we expect that if your students have diligently gone through all the learning materials here, they will be able to complete the challenge lab. But if they need your assistance, you can find the solution to all this lab in the educator folder here, and you see instructor guide. The step-by-step instruction on how to complete those challenge lab are available in the instructor guide. You can use the guides to help them or to guide them. Yeah. Okay, guided lab, step-by-step, build your this challenge lab. Okay, I think, is that a question, Dr. Yogesh? I'm just showing the labs alone. I'm not, each of the modules has knowledge check. I'm just showing the 2 types of labs, guided and challenge. You will see guided sometimes in a module might not have challenge, but most of the modules in the architecting course have both of them. How to port ML courses to be part of my existing class on my campus using Blackboard. Yeah, you have to, Steve, you have to request for what we call the LTI integration. If you don't have LTI integration in place, you can only teach our courses, our AWS Academy courses, using our LMS Canvas. If you want to be able to teach within your LMS Blackboard, you have to request for LTI integration, and our team will walk you and your college LMS administrator through the process. Yeah, you have to request for ATI integration. Yeah, we have that and we support Blackboard as well. Sidra, you are the professor. If you think your students have acquired enough experience somewhere else, might not necessarily through the AWS cloud, maybe they've done some Azure class, or they have experience in IT generally, and you think they will be able to cope by going to cloud architecting without taking cloud foundations first, that's fine. But the progression recommendation is you go from cloud foundations to cloud architecting. Okay. In the similar team to immersion lab, if student does not have any prior cloud experience, yeah. If you think taking some other stuff without they can pass or do well in cloud architecting, that's fine. But if the student does not have any cloud experience, we usually recommend that they take the cloud foundations course first. Yeah, Paul, we also support, I'm sure the D2L should be Brightspace, right? We also support, we have LTI integration support for Brightspace as well. Yeah. If your LMS is Brightspace, then we can support that as well. Okay, thank you. Is there a way to make this available to students without defining them or adding them to a class? I'm offering a direct link for someone to opt into the course on their own. AWS Academy courses are to be, you have to invite the students, you have to create a class, invite the student to it. If you want students to learn on their own, you can use the AWS Educate. Michael, that's answering your question. You can use AWS Educate. AWS Educate is also another AWS education and program that is meant for the general public, just that their own curriculum or the way the courses are structured are different from the AWS academic courses. But AWS academic courses can only be taught by an educator that you create class and invite your student into it. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if I've not answered your question, please let me know. I think I've gone through all the questions in the chat. The next thing I want to do, lastly, is to show you a learner lab, because I've shown you the challenge lab and guided lab here. You can see you have Module 5 guided lab, Module 5 challenge lab. That's cloud architecting, because it's an associate level courses, has many labs. And you as an educator can complete all this lab yourself first before you even create a class for your student to complete. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Yogesh, as well. We also have what we call AWS Machine Learning Universities that if you are a member, institution, and educator, you can use their resources to teach specifically machine learning courses. Thank you for that, Dr. Yogesh. I want to show you here a learner lab course. On your dashboard, you will be able to see at least one learner lab course here. If you click on this one, for example, this is the learner lab course in my account. You click on this, you will see Academy Learner Lab, and you will see the ID of your course. Might not be the same as mine, but at least you will see a learner lab. Just ensure that it's using a tier 1.3. If you don't have the one with a tier 1.3, that means you're using the old version of the learner lab. Ensure that you are using 1.3. That is the latest version. How to use these. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this is a learner lab course, and this learner lab has some content now, but it's not really lab content. Like this module here is about how to secure your lab environment and how to be compliant with the learner lab environment. You know, it points you to various resources that you can use, or you can teach your students how to use to secure their environment. Because if students are not careful, there might be some bad actors who use their profile or their resources to compromise the environment. And that's why we encourage educators we recommend to educators to encourage their students to take this module and even do the knowledge checks. But the only thing I want to show you here is the learner lab itself. If you go to this module and you launch this learner lab, this is what it looks like. And you click on that, because I have an educator profile here. That's why mine is showing like that. But you as a student in this course, they click on that link. This is what they will see directly. Yeah, this is what learner labs look like. As you can see, every student have $100 worth of credit, meaning if you give them assignment, they don't have to include their credit card. The learner lab environment is free, and they are given a certain amount of budget. For now, it's $100. Later, it might change, be lower than this. But this is what the learner lab environment looks like. They just have to click on Start Lab button here and wait for the learner lab to start. See, for this AWS icon here to turn green. As soon as the AWS icon here turns green, then you can open the AWS environment management console to start curating resources. Don't see a dashboard. When you log into the AWS Academy portal, you are in the portal. It's from the portal that you click on LMS tab to go to the LMS and you see the dashboard. Richard, I hope that clarifies your question. When you go to the portal, this is what you see. If you go to the AWS Academy portal that you're referring to, you see the Home tab, and from there you can click on the LMS tab here to go to the dashboard. Okay, from the portal here, you can go to LMS and should take you to maybe from the dashboard. This is what it will take you to. Now, Dr. Yogesh, there are no access to AI, Gen AI services here, such as Bedrock and LLM yet, not yet, sir. Not yet. I was about to say that if you are using Learner Lab and you started Learner Lab like I've done now, see, you can read the README document on the right-hand side here for the available services. And when you check this README document, you won't see Bedrock or LLM or all those services there. Not yet, sir. Yeah. Not yet available. These are the services. Any service you don't see here, it is possible. It doesn't. It's not available within the Learner Lab. And when this lab is ready like this, see, if I click on this now, it should take me to a management console where I can start curating AWS resources. You can see. And you see every student will have their own account ID, and their name will also be there. You can see mine. Even though I'm using the Learner Lab, I'm using student view. Say student view underscore Nureni Adeyemo. That's my name. And that's how your student will also see theirs. And you can curate EC2 or any service that are allowed as stated in the README document here. Yeah, we will send a copy of the video to all the attendees today. And we are at the end of the session already, because this session is set for 1 hour, 30 minutes, and it's already 1 hour, 29 minutes. And that brings us to the end of my demonstration. If you have any question that we have not covered or that you need, please let me know or ask. Thank you, Tanya, and have a great weekend. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Okay, thank you, everyone. If you don't have any further question, please don't forget to provide feedback through the survey. And if you have any question that come up later that we didn't address, okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you all. Yeah, Ugo, don't hesitate to reach out to me via email and ask me your question. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. See you some other time. Thank you.